Hey Janice, how are you?
Good, good. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Well, I want to start by saying thank you, Janice, for giving me the opportunity to connect with you one more time. So I thank you very much for being here. My intention today is to just have a quick conversation with you. And you were very kind, one of the sellers that I enjoy working with in the past. So I
Okay.
want to thank you for that. Okay?
Yeah, and I thank you. Oh, okay.
No, thank you.
I'm a little
Well,
nervous,
let's
but
start.
we'll get through this.
That's okay. I'm nervous too. So we're
Okay.
two.
Okay.
So Janice, tell us, how did we met?
Actually, yeah, I got on the internet to try to find some real estate brokers, and you were one of the names that I had wrote down, and I called.
Good, good. So where did you find us on the internet, if you don't mind me asking?
I can't remember because what I did is I put top 10 real estate agents in Queens, New York, and everyone with 5 stars, and your name and several others came up.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So you did find us online. You saw that we have 5-star reviews
Yeah,
and you decided to give us a call, correct?
yeah. Well, I wasn't going to call anybody with less than 5 stars because I was, going to something that I know nothing about.
Exactly. You want to make sure you choose the right agent with the right testimonials to get the job done for you, right?
Correct, correct.
Now, can I ask Janice, did you review some of the testimonials? Did you get a chance to read them? Or you just went ahead and said, you know what, this guy has 5 stars. Let me just give him a call.
No, I read the over hundred and something testimonials of each person because I wanted to see, when the testimonials that can't be changed. So I read everybody because, like I said, it was a big step for me, and
Wow.
I definitely couldn't afford to, do something wrong.
That's a good thing that you did because a lot of the sellers that I met sometimes, they never take the time to do their homework. And even so, reading these testimonials is very important because you get to have a flavor of how the customer service is going to go.
Exactly.
Right? So you did that in advance. And when I met you, I remember asking you this question, Janice. Have you already decided that you want me to help you with the sale?
No, I
And you
hadn't.
went ahead and said,
Gut.
go ahead.
My gut. Yes, my gut.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. You
yeah,
you went ahead and said, my God is telling me yes. Is that right?
yeah. Yes, exactly. And that's
Yeah.
what I go by
Well,
all the time.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Janice, for the opportunity at that time. And tell us, where was your house located? What area in Queens?
That was St. Albans.
St. Albans. Okay. And you
Yes.
sold that home. How long ago we sold that home?
Actually, it's about almost 1 year because it's May of last year.
May of last year. You're right. Yes, we
Yeah.
we got it sold at that time. And were you happy with the level of service that you were getting from our team in terms of communication, feedback, recommendations?
Most definitely, because as you know, I bug you every time, for anything or any little question. And the crazy part, you were always available, whether it was in work hours or not. And that's something else that made me feel even more comfortable as we proceeded.
Yes, thank you. And yeah, definitely one of my goals when I'm working with sellers like you is to provide the highest level of customer service that I can. And I told you,
Yes,
I believe the only time I'm not going to pick up the phone is when I'm taking a shower, right?
yes, yes, you did. You did.
Thank you, Janice.
Uh-huh.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, because, and I have a couple of questions, if you don't mind, I'm going to ask you these questions.
Okay.
When was the time that you said, this is the right agent, this is someone that I want to work with? Did you decided that when we spoke over the phone or when we met at the listing appointment?
Actually, I was halfway there, but when I met you, I knew exactly that this is what I'm going to do. Because if you recall, after you showed me all the information and everything, I signed right there. It wasn't about I'll get back to you or I got to talk to someone else. I knew then that I was going to deal with you.
So you decided right there once we met, as soon as I came in the door, we started having a nice conversation. You decided that you wanted to work with me. Your gut
Yes,
was telling you.
yes, yes. Because even then, you were giving me a lot of information just about the selling process itself. You didn't try to
Mhm.
sell you. You sold me information, which I was like, wow, he has a nice personality as well as educating me because I knew nothing at all, like I said, about real estate. And because I talked to you prior on the phone, I know I didn't have to go any further.
Thank you. So what I
Mhm.
hear you saying is that when we met, I was providing information that was important to you about the
Yes,
selling process. I was
yes,
very knowledgeable on that part. And I didn't focus on myself or what my company does or where we're located or anything like that. I focus more about you and made you
yeah,
feel important. Is that right?
definitely, definitely. Not so much important made me educated because
Made
that I
me
didn't
educated.
expect. Yeah, I figured,
Hmm.
somewhere down the line you'll start telling me about this or that, but you told me right off the bat about real estate it just made me comfortable because someone, an educated consumer is a better consumer.
Exactly. And that is our job as real estate professionals is to provide the information you need so you can make educated decisions. And you
Exactly.
did. You did.
Yes.
And one of the most important decisions that you gotta make is who's gonna be the agent to represent you in
Yeah.
the sale, right?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Now, would you recommend any other families that are going through the same process like you were at that time
Yeah. Definitely.
to be able to help them sell their home?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would because probate and all that other stuff. If you don't know, I mean, I work for a law firm, but it's not dealing with people; it's dealing with corporations. So to have someone to actually hold your hand throughout it all, yeah, yeah. And you don't
Yes,
find too many
absolutely.
agents that want to get involved with all that. They just interested in selling a house. Could care less what you're going through or why.
Yes, that's absolutely right. And I'm glad you brought this up about the probate. I happen to help a lot of families go through this process. And I
Mhm.
know that it's not an easy process. There's a lot of feelings involved, right? And there's
Yes.
things that we have total control, which is getting the property ready to go on the market, getting the clean out done, getting some fixes in the house, some renovations that need to happen so the appraisal passes and there's no issues with inspection. And there's this other part that we have no control, which is what's
Right.
going on with the court, how fast attorneys are following up. And I remember you sharing this information with me. And I knew right there and there that I was going to be able to help you because I happen to help a lot of families go through the process of probate. So
Okay.
thank you for sharing that,
Okay.
Janice. It happens that
Mhm.
you search for top real estate agents in your area. I came up and you gave me a call, and that's why we connected and we were able to help.
Yes.
And also, it was such a pleasure working with you as well because I always love the way you text me with your emojis.
Yes.
In case you didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm definitely an emoji person. Yeah, yeah,
Emoji person, right? So
yeah.
just that, Janice tells me that you have a great energy, and this is the type of sellers that I'm looking to work with, right? Someone that is going to
Right.
respect what we do, and of course, to provide that respect to you, we're going to provide the highest level of customer service. So thank you for being also a 5-star client.
Thanks.
I
I
can
mean,
tell you that.
I know I had to get on your nerves sometimes with all of my questions, but you patiently, the patience of Job, you explained it all.
And that's okay. That is my job, is to answer your concerns, your questions, and to be able to guide you, because during this process there's always, some bumps, but if we give up, then nothing is going to get done. We have to continue moving, and that's what we do all the time,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Thank you, Janice. Well, any last words, anything that you want to say, or anything that you want to disclose?
Well, the only thing I would say is like why I chose you because it was actually down to narrowed to two from a list of 10. That you like I said, you had no sales pitch. You actually listened to a prospective client and thereafter proceeded to give me an overview of what the process of selling would entail. That was the most important part of the whole process. And then when I had to let other people know if you need a contractor because there's certain things that you have to get done. And the first thing ran through my mind, I'm getting ready to get beat. I don't know any contractors. But then I said, you know what? I feel comfortable enough to let you know that. And you recommend someone. And the pricing, the work done quick. And I was satisfied because believe you me, before I had to actually get into selling the property, I had a few issues and this was when my father was alive, and we got beat 3 times.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
You understand? So I knew
I know.
it's no sense of me acting like, oh, okay, Mike, I'll get it. Excuse me, Mike, please. Do you know anybody? And you came right up with someone, and that was great. And there was no, it was just the work was done, immaculate. End of story. I like to let everyone know that the whole selling process itself was a little under 4 months. And it was not because on Miguel part, we already know it was a little whatever on the other side. But as far as you actually selling a house and me not having to go through the whole emotional thing so long, that was, I can't thank you enough for that.
Oh
I
no,
can't
my
thank you enough for
pleasure.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's my
yeah.
responsibility, my duty as a real estate agent is to help you through the whole process. So what I heard you saying is that the property from active to close, it was a process of 4 months. Is that correct?
A little less than, yeah, a
A
little
little
less
less
than
than
four
that.
months. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because
Okay.
I
Well, that's a
contacted
good
you.
turnout.
Yeah, I think I
Mm-hmm.
contacted you in January, but I wasn't ready. And you told me to call when I am ready because we just spoke, over the phone. And then I call you, phew, it might even be less than 3 months. I probably called you about a month later or something like that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So the process was quick, painless, emotional, but that had nothing to do, with you. But all I can tell anyone, if you're looking for someone honest, which is hard in these days and times, definitely, definitely give your agency a call.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you
all.
very much, Janice. Thank you
Hmm.
very much for all these beautiful words. And that's why my job is so fulfilling because of clients like you. So I want to
Yeah.
thank you for your time today. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Definitely, this is going to help a lot of sellers make the right decision. And again, whether it's me, somebody else, I'm sure they're going to do the homework. Right?
Yeah,
So thank you
exactly.
again. I really
You're
appreciate
welcome.
that. And
Thanks.
I'm here for anything that you need. Okay.
Yeah, I know that. I still call you a year later.
Yes, we're gonna be continue in touch.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
Janice.
Okay. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.